Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we have a reading about how being awesome finally pays off for you. We've got the crystals or the achievement card, which is number 9, and then we also have number 31, globe or possibilities. So there's something here about your spiritual development. Because it's a crystal, I feel it's going to impact your real world, right? Potentially your job, your relationships, your money. But there's something that you've done in terms of your own development or growth that opens up doors that were not open for you previously. So one could argue you've done some ascension work, or you have like leveled up in the video game of life. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you're interested in a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below. Hello, Peggy. How you doing? All right, let's start with the, oh gosh, if I can reach it. The Fairy Godmother Oracle. Ruined my table. It's all good. What else do we have? I feel like this is going to talk about what has been like addressed in terms of your spiritual awakening, or perhaps what gifts have been unlocked for you. Dreams. Venture. I'm telling you, I feel like you're going to have a dream come true that may have seemed unrealistic at the time. But because you've put in the work, you get what you want. So it's interesting. We've got Rumpelstiltskin's, what is it called? To spin, was it gold? There's something about you being able to find a way to make some good money, or you get exactly what you would consider to be, you know, that thing you want, or one of those things you never really thought for sure you would get. For some of you, it may be as simple as I can afford buying a boat now, or I can afford getting a pet. For others of you, this is a dream job or an opportunity that didn't seem realistic to you before that now seems like a pretty legitimate course for you or direction. But with venture, I feel like it is related to or will impact your money. We have the 10 of Sky or the 10 of Swords in the reverse, the 8 of Sky in the reverse, which is the 8 of Swords, and the 6 of Fire in the reverse. So there's been something that has been blocking you and something that has kept you stagnant. And yes, I do feel like you would have acknowledged that there are external circumstances that were making things a bit more of a struggle than they should have been for you. But I think at the end of the day, you realized that there was something you could adjust or you could change that would free you from that sense of lack, or that would help put you on a path towards success and let go of whatever wasn't working, because we have the 6 of Wands in the reverse. 8 of Earth or 8 of Pentacles, you've gotten really good at something, and it could be figuring out when you are standing in your own way. Hey, you know, like maybe that's not my emotion, I can release that. Or hey, you know, I think I got a little upset for a silly reason, I should go apologize. This is somebody who's put in the work and likes to like keep their side of the street clean. I think that's Taylor Swift. Hello, Key Controller. How are you doing? This is the Mystical Cat Tarot, by the way. So we've got the 2 of Cups or the 2 of Sea in the reverse, and the 6 of Sea or the 6 of Cups in the reverse. I feel there's, oh gosh, that's interesting. So the 2 of Sea or the 2 of Cups being in the reverse is often a sign that there is an emotional distance or even a breakup between two people. And this, for whatever reason, seems to suggest that you had to let go of a connection. Doesn't have to be a romantic one, but a close connection, in order to actually let go of some karmic lifestyle. for many of you, this is actually a reference to a generational curse. You had to learn how to live your life differently than you were taught to by your parents. You had to learn to let go of some circumstance that blocked you mentally pertaining to a sibling. There's something here that I strongly feel is more tied to your parents than anything else. And once you move past that, it's like you unlock all of these opportunities for yourself. What else do we have? 10 of Earth or 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. Key control, are you getting into any trouble today? Okay, so 3 of Fire or 3 of Wands in the reverse, and the Sky King or the King of Swords joins our 10 of Earth or 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like you went through a period of learning what was actually important. What do I need? I don't know. This is not for everyone, but I feel there's somebody here who has done like survivalist training or something in terms of being kind of limited in terms of space or resources and just making it work. This might have been more of a vacation than like a long-term living situation. But I feel like we have somebody who has gone through an experience that helped them to understand just how little they really need from others or how little they need in life to be happy. So this is somebody who could potentially be or has recently let go of some friendships or family connections, decided to make a major change to their career, but there's some dream or goal that seemed kind of unattainable or too distant. I don't know how I would ever make that happen. And now there's something changing that makes it seem like, okay, maybe that's actually a possibility. It's the change in your mindset or in your perspective that has, I think, swung from being a little bit more negative to maybe we'll just look at it as I'm going to be opportunistic. I'm not going to expect things to easily come my way, but when they show up, I'm not going to be dismissive of them. I'm going to take advantage. I feel like I'm talking to somebody who was raised by a bit of a pessimist, you know? You can't trust anybody. Nothing's as good as it seems. Nothing comes to you for free. The only person you can trust is yourself. You probably can't even trust me. Like, this is kind of like a negative mindset that somebody's had to unlearn in order to realize that that was kind of limiting their perspective and limiting their ability to think about where they could go, what they could do. Oh, the places you'll go. Hello, Jess. How are you doing? So you had to let go of somebody's negativity. And I feel like it was kind of ingrained in you. This is the Tarot of the Nile. Hello, Jamie. How are you doing? What else do we have? 5 of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Swords in the reverse. Whoever you are, you started to realize that the way you had been raised or the way you had been kind of taught to expect things to not go well may have been not really the best or most effective. I feel like in particular, you saw somebody leveraging this mindset, miss an opportunity or miss several opportunities. And as you have, gained experience or aged, you started to question, did I miss that opportunity or was it really, the not so great thing that I thought it was? Is it possible I've been seeing things that aren't there or assuming the worst when I should be more of like a realist, right? Queen of Swords in the reverse, 2 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. So it's like Do you have that one friend who every single picture they take of themselves, they use like the same filter? They never leave it unedited. They always have to do that one filter. This is suddenly realizing that this perspective or this worldview is an obnoxious filter that you don't need, and you'd rather see things clearly. So I'm going to discard this filter. I want to see things the way they really are. And if I do that, does that enable me to have more dreams in my life? Does that make me a little bit more likely to get what I want because I actually envision it as possible for myself? Yes. Six of Wands. Three of Wands in the reverse. There's an unexpected success or victory coming your way, or you don't expect how this success that you've recently had will open doors to you, will provide for additional venues or opportunities, partnerships. Eight of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. Look, this is you trying to tell everybody to calm down and that they're going to have to get in line if they all want to be your biggest fan. There's something about you that's super marketable or something that you come up with that is worth some money. It's because you don't limit yourself to the one, path to success that everybody told you had to pay attention to. Hello, Jay. Hello, Matt. How are you doing today? Page of Cups and the King of Cups. I looked at this and also almost said the King of Cups and then realized it was the Page, and then the next one was the King of Cups. So look, we've got maturity here. I thought I needed to just do as you told me or imitate how, you showed me that you approached life. But the more that I looked at the reality of the situation, or the more I kind of was honest with myself, it looked like you missed opportunities. You would have these, doors open up for you or offers fall in your lap, and then you wouldn't take any action because you had this pessimistic view. Maybe just because you wanted to reinforce that view. But if I do things a different way, if I actually invest and, work on myself and believe that there's going to be good things, then maybe life is a little bit more fun than this person taught me, or maybe there's a little bit more potential than I initially thought. Maybe it's okay to dream. This is the Wild Reflections Tarot. What else do we have? Sorry. Wow. How did I see that? Queen of Swords. Well, maybe the Wheel of Fortune is going to come out then. I don't think it has yet. So this Queen of Swords is you. And you were probably raised by or influenced by a Queen of Swords in the reverse. You have more of a hopeful or optimistic outlook, but it was heavily influenced by this negative person. And I do feel like they made you have to earn their love. Nothing's free in this world. If you want me to love you, you have to be good. You have to be perfect. You have to do the right thing. I feel like this person was very manipulative or controlling. Oh, thank you so much, Michael. I appreciate you. Yeah, that's fair. I can understand that, Jason. So we do have Death. I think at a certain point you acknowledged that this person, the Queen of Swords in the reverse, that had influenced you was so set on their worldview that it cost them opportunities. And you didn't want to get stuck like them. You didn't want to end up the way they did, or you didn't want to feel like nothing would ever go well. Either because you did have this like innate hope, maybe from your other parent, or maybe just because, you know, you were a little bit younger and more innocent. But it's like you started to see that maybe it made sense to reject this person's tenets or their beliefs. Life isn't as awful as you say, or there are things that you can do to, you know, make things better. If you felt this Queen of Swords in the reverse was the stuck in a rut, never willing to change kind of person, you realize that there was probably a lot of merit to challenging yourself. How can I challenge myself in a way that I change what is important to me or how I view the world? Which is why I feel like somebody had some sort of like survivalist or get back to basics, right? I don't need this. I don't need that. I don't need to pay for that. You know what? I don't even need to watch that. I would rather like make stuff or learn how to can foods or have a garden. There's somebody here whose shift, it's on a different focus that is very different from what they were taught. So we have the Hermit and the Five of Pentacles. It's almost like whoever I'm reading for, you wanted to be able to feel like having nothing at all was still a blessing. I don't care if I don't have, you know, a 2,000 square foot house. I don't care if I have a brand new car. I don't care if my coat has paint all over it. It does. That wasn't all about me, but you know what I'm saying? Like, this is somebody who's like, what do I really need? What do I expect? And what do I believe would go well? It's a whole reorganization of how you interact with those around you, what you expect from other people, what you rely on yourself for. It's like, you know, I'm going to take what this Queen of Swords in the reverse taught me in terms of I can be independent. I can rely on myself. I'm not going to be quick to trust. But I'm also going to acknowledge that I have like a couple of brain cells to like rub together, so I could probably figure out if this person is genuine or if that person is lying to me, instead of just assuming all of them are bad, right? Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. I think that's the saying. So we have the King of Swords clarifying the Queen of Swords. You are surpassing, I'm just going to say it, the person who raised you or who taught you these beliefs. Your level or your potential in terms of achievement, success, where you get in terms of spiritual awareness, it's going to go further than the person who raised you, the person who taught you how you should interact with life. No longer can give you advice because, quite frankly, you know more now. You broadened your horizons. You looked at things with a different, I don't want to use the word filter again. You wanted to know the truth, whereas this person wanted to reinforce their truth, right? It's very different. Temperance in the reverse. Queen of Wands. For many of you, this Queen of Swords in the reverse is somebody who created a lot of instability or was kind of a stranger to maybe like domestic bliss or security. So there could have been a lot of arguing. There could have been some substance abuse, or there could have been a tendency to blame you for everything. So allow me just to look at you and say, it was never your fault. Kids are going to be kids. Kids are going to do things that they shouldn't. But it's my belief, based on what I see in this reading, that this person wanted to blame you for things that they were frustrated about, that they messed up for themselves. I don't think they were very good at saying, man, I should have probably done something about that. It's kind of giving me, I I haven't seen it in a really long time, but that Drew Barrymore movie is like Boys in the Car, I think, where she's like a young mother and kind of struggling with it, right? Ten of Swords and the reverse and the Page of Wands. There's good news for you. There's something that you didn't expect to happen. For some of you, this is like recognition within your industry or your expertise, you know, maybe some award or some promotion or office. But for others of you, it's more so that you feel you have gotten to a point where you have what you want. I don't know if the right word would be like satisfaction. Are there more things that I could potentially, you know, seek out or want? Sure. But I got what I need. And that feels good. It's like you have what this Queen of Swords in the reverse was trying to teach you was so important that they claimed they had, but they didn't. Let's get some oracle cards. This is the Love Oracle. Hello, Pharaoh. How are you doing? What else do we have? Sorrow, loss, grief, depression, and twin flame. Whoever is this King of Swords that has in some way excelled in their spiritual awakening to the point of perhaps letting go of a generational curse, something that had blocked their parent. This could be somebody who's involved in a twin flame dynamic, somebody who has had to face that grief or that loss or that sense of negativity before they could actually pursue a deep connection in a meaningful way. Loyalty, trusting, reliability, and believing. I was raised by someone who told me I couldn't trust anyone but myself. I was raised to believe that everyone would stab you in the back eventually, or that everyone would choose themselves over me given the chance. And then I found out that that person was wrong because I met you. So it feels like we've got you being kind of like the icing on the cake of somebody realizing their parent was wrong. So let's identify the people, right? Queen of Swords in the reverse, negative mindset, raises somebody to believe you cannot trust anyone. Queen of Swords, King of Swords. This person is more logical and more willing to, I think, take data from actual experience to acknowledge that this Queen of Swords in the reverse was perhaps overly emotional or looking to justify their frustration or pessimism. So they end up becoming more emotional, rethinking how they've viewed love in particular, and realizing that they want somebody. Maybe they want you. You could be the twin flame. You could be our Queen of Swords, King of Swords. But we have a change in perspective. Maybe I wrote off the idea of being in a healthy relationship because I was raised by someone that told me that I shouldn't believe in it. But if you've shown me that loyalty is possible, then maybe I do want this commitment. Hello, Kingly Eagle. How are you doing? Hello, Doris. Welcome. Finality, farewells, leave behind, and closure. For some of you, this is a King of Swords that is cutting off the Queen of Swords in the reverse. For others of you, this King of Swords has recently had to say goodbye and maybe even bury the Queen of Swords in the reverse. We did have the Death card. My condolences if that is true. Doesn't make it any easier, right? This is somebody acknowledging, I can't live by the way you taught me because I see now that you missed opportunities because you were so willing to assume that everybody was out to get you or to betray you, lie to you. And holy buckets, would you believe me if I told you I found somebody who's actually kind of cool? So I expected everyone to be kind of hollow or unwilling to be good to me. And then I met this person, twin flame. So I had to kind of think about what you taught me and whether or not I really did subscribe to that. And I don't know if I do anymore. Distance, separation, space, and blockage. And clarity, truth, intentions, and honesty. Even in separation or even when we are apart, this person has been loyal or has been honest with me. I know what their intentions are, and I know that I actually can trust them. So if that's true, then what you taught me can't be true, right? If this, then that. Let's be logical about it. If they're human, you can't trust them, does not work if I found one person that I can trust. Just one. Hopefully it's more than that. This is the gold foil tarot. What else do we have? Hi, Darnell. How are you doing? Seven of Wands. Strength. Ace of Swords in the reverse. The more I live my life, the more I realize that strength is not necessarily what you taught me, Queen of Swords in the reverse. Isolating myself or expecting everyone to betray me. No, what if I actually find somebody that wants to be good to me? Wouldn't that be better? You're outgrowing what was taught to you, acknowledging that maybe there were reasons this person saw life the way that they did, but that you don't necessarily have to follow that. Five of Wands, 10 of Swords. I do feel like you fought with this person a lot. You argued with this person a lot. They liked to nitpick. They liked to tell you you were doing something wrong. But I really do feel like you've either told this person you don't want to be in contact with them anymore, or for some of you, you are mourning them. Three of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. There's something that really frustrated you about this person. They weren't as loving towards you as they could have been. They could have been more supportive. I do feel like you had to go to other people to get maybe advice when you were a teenager, or, borrow $20 when you were 22. There's something here about like, yeah, I got family. It's not the end of the day, or it's not the end of the world. Like, my mom and my dad, they weren't the best in terms of this, but at least my grandma was great, or at least this, I had a great older brother. There's something here about like, I would have liked if my parent had been more supportive of me and had lifted me up and told me that things were possible, or supported me going to school, right? Not even just like financially, but like agree that it's a good idea. But there's conflict here. I don't know how to feel about this person. They made me miss out on opportunities because I doubted everything. Queen of Wands in the reverse, Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. I didn't invest in things. I didn't feel like they would go the way I wanted anyways. Maybe you were a little bit rebellious or a little bit wild. Where'd you go? Two of Swords. King of Pentacles in the reverse, and the High Priestess. So there's a situation that presented itself. It was like a crossroads for you. Do you want this or do you want to go that way? Are you going to believe in this or are you going to believe in what you were taught? The thing is, what you were taught by this Queen of Swords in the reverse told you King of Pentacles in the reverse. That won't work out. You would never, it would just be a way for you to lose money. Hello, Dr. Emery. This is trusting your own instinct, your own intuition, and above all else, knowing that you know what your aptitude or your capabilities are. There is nothing, okay, maybe that's like extremist, but like there's nothing more sad to me than somebody who doesn't see their own potential. Like, oh man, I'm just not very good at this. You know, maybe they're skateboarding, maybe they're playing the piano, maybe they're learning how to salsa dance, and so focused on perfectionism that they don't realize that it's steps, right? Are you going to be able to offer that dedication? Are you going to be able to get back up when you fall, right? You know that you're capable of this, and you have to let go of this perception that was taught to you by your family that that's not a reliable source of income or you're not good enough. What if you are good enough? Wouldn't it be fun to prove them wrong? I think it would be. All right. Let's see. This is the Truth Is. Hello, Johnny. How are you doing? Did I say hello to Laura? Hello, Laura. Trust issues. What? That doesn't seem like it's related at all. You taught me that I can't trust anyone, and then I found somebody that I could trust. So now I have to figure out whether or not I really want to keep having trust issues or if I should overcome this issue with my partner. Overcoming differences together. Hey, it turns out I was taught from a young age that I can't trust anybody. And that might have made it difficult for me to pursue a healthy relationship with you. But now that I'm honest with myself about that and I have some clarity about why that happened, I've been able to let go of some of those blocks that were in my way. And I want to get to know you better, or I want to pursue this commitment. This is, you know, hey, maybe we should go to therapy, or hey, maybe we should just like have like a conversation about this. Caught in a compromising position. Forbidden love. This relationship is frowned upon by many. Okay, I do feel like there's some childhood incident. And I kind of feel like this is repeated. So what I'm seeing is someone being raised by a parent who was consistently arguing in the home with their partner. It may not have been the same partner. You're cheating on me. How dare you? I can't trust you. And then turning to the little kid and saying, see, that's why you can't trust people. So maybe as a child witnessing somebody getting cheated on, right? Knowing that somebody is being sneaky, feeling like, why would I ever want to be in that situation, right? Why would I ever want to trust somebody? This is the Noisy Tarot. What else do we have? Five of Wands in the reverse. Nine of Wands in the reverse. That's a lot of fire energy. Eight of Wands in the reverse and the Ace of Swords in the reverse. I don't want to have arguments with people. I don't want to feel like I'm stuck in some relationship like my parent was. I don't want to feel like I have to walk around on eggshells because somebody's going to lose their temper and be mean to me. So I'll just isolate myself. I won't even get into that. I'm just not going to trust people, right? Everybody's a liar. So I won't even listen to them in the first place, or I won't like talk to them in the first place. Now I see that's BS. That's not how I want to live my life anymore. There are people that I've missed out on because I assumed that they were not going to do right by me. Knight of Swords in the reverse, Six of Pentacles, Death in the reverse. I wish I hadn't ended something with somebody who was actually being really kind and generous with me. I was too quick to assume the worst of them or to put them in the category with everybody else, right? Not to be trusted, Ben. Pretty easy. Everybody goes there. Wait a second. Maybe this person was actually being kind to me. Five of Pentacles. Tower. Maybe I was too quick to judge them. Maybe I was just kind of, looking to satisfy the drive within me to prove that people can't be trusted. Just like this Queen of Swords in reverse. Just like my mom. Just like my dad. Maybe if I step back a little bit, I can acknowledge that there's more to it than that. It's not so simple, right? They can't all be awful people. There's something with the Six of Wands in the reverse about at their lowest moment, this King of Swords encounters probably the love interest that they identify as the twin flame. At their lowest moment, they feel not worth much at all. And maybe the Queen of Swords in the reverse has kind of reinforced that. You deserve better. But this twin flame says something that sticks with you and it gives you hope. I feel like I've hit rock bottom. I feel like it can't get any worse. I feel like there's not much that I could do to change things. And then this person that I know really does care about me comes through and gives me great advice, says something that reminds me how strong I am, tells me that they were always there for me, that they never, it's like, this is somebody who's genuinely been a friend or someone who has genuinely wanted you to do well. So it has this impact where you're questioning, well, why did I always feel like nobody could be trusted then? The Star. This is the twin flame energy. Seven of Wands. Seven of Swords in the reverse. The number 7 is important. Yeah, because the Star is number 17 also. And 717, I believe, is the twin flame. Like reconciliation is approaching kind of number, or union is approaching. So we have somebody being honest with themselves about who they've been in love with and whether or not they can actually trust that person. Also acknowledging that if they feel like, oh, you know what, I think I can actually trust this person, then I might have to kind of like edit my playbook or my approach to life because I might have, kind of got it wrong. Hello there, Darth. How are you doing? All right, let's see what else we've got. We're going to grab a few from the situations deck. What else do we have? Interview, talk, conversation, and get on the same page. Settlement, agreement, compromise in the reverse. I don't want to compromise. I've been pretending that everything is fine without you because I wanted to, continue to live the way that I was taught to live. But I need to be honest with myself that I can't forget you or that I do want to be in a relationship with you. I want to be loyal to you, and I think you would be loyal to me. Oops, got one here. Searching online, looking for info, records, interlude, pause, and timing factor. they needed to take a step back and really think about things because, you know, if you have to make a decision and it involves you completely rewriting the way you see the world, that's not really something I would recommend you doing in the span of like 25 minutes, right? Like, take your time, right? They needed a little time out. I need to think about this. What makes sense? And do I need to update how I view the world? And if so, then maybe I need to think about why I've been so quick to run away and whether or not it's time to go have this conversation with this person. Hello, Aquarius. Hello, Patrick. Hello, Boom. How we doing? Hello, James. Hello, Third Eye. How's your day? Poison, toxic, unhealthy behaviors or people. Realization. Look, I don't know if it's too late. Maybe you think that it's an impossible task to be in a relationship with me. I know we've, you know, connected and then not connected, but I think I understand now that the way I was raised to view people or connections or trust needs to change. And I've been working on that. And I think if I'm able to do that, then I can commit to you in a way that I was not able to before. It's like, would you just like hear me out because I'm not trapped anymore? I'm not scared of how a relationship would seem like, you know, imprisonment anymore. Let's see. This is What's the News? What else? Spilling the beans, revealing secrets, cats out of the bag, and untrustworthy. So it turns out that part of the reason I didn't believe in trust was because I learned a lot of my lessons from somebody who was maybe a little too focused on surface pleasures, or maybe had like a reason for wanting to believe that relationships would never work. If I'm honest with myself, I see that there's flaws to their perspective, and that if I can't believe in trust, then I can't ever be close to anyone. And I know there are people I want to be close to. I want to be close to you. Because when I am close to you, I feel a sense of peace or harmony. They understand what trust is, not because the Queen of Swords in the reverse convinced them that it was never going to be that way, or it didn't exist, but because they encountered or met you, and now they want to admit that they had it wrong and see if there's a way to actually have a commitment with you now. So, hello, Angel Light. How are you doing? I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful. Remember, you deserve to have that kind of healthy relationship that involves respect and trust, right? All right. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes, and I'll see you on the next reading. Doodles.